Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke. Hello, Jason Shear. How are you doing today?
Super, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, you just came from football practice, and you said that this is probably the best team that you've ever seen. We will TLN. I don't know what we can tell you about that. If you look down there, you see what TLN just said? TLN says, give me some good.
You got one. You got a good Jew right here, baby.
Yeah, Shear's Jewish. So there you go. Yeah, there's a good one for you. We're going to talk. We'll talk some Arizona football. We're going to talk Henry Vasar. What's going on here? But yes, Joseph, very funny. All right, now Shear, I'm a humble victor. We've talked about this time and time again. We all know this. We made a bet, and I don't know what we bet, but we made a bet that who would have more career points at the U of A, Conrad Martinez or Philly B. I claim victory.
I was so close too. What was it, like 10-point difference?
63 to 53. It is what it is.
How many more shots did Philly B take?
No. It
doesn't. I'm just wondering.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just wondering. You won the bet. You won the bet. I'm just wondering.
I don't know. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I won the bet.
I'm looking it up right now.
To be fair, Conrad has not officially transferred yet. He's just in the portal.
Oh, I mean,
52 shots for Philly B in his Arizona career. 52 shots. Conrad, 34. Wow.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Efficiency. Conrad, look, you may have won the bet.
Yes.
Conrad is the efficiency.
No, I won. It doesn't matter. Philly B is also a starter. Conrad is not. H. Fuchs. Mike, a $4.99 super stat. Mike, let's keep the killer bees. Bradley, Burries, and Bryant. I like that a great deal.
On a serious Philly B note, what is Patino thinking bringing that dude to Xavier?
He started at New Mexico, so it clearly worked out well.
Okay. You be sure to tune in when Philly B goes against UConn. Let me know how that goes.
Well, I mean,
let me know.
We're going to actually talk. We're going to talk about teams that we've loaded teams for next year. We're also going to talk about the Big 12 as well. Philly B, either way, I win that one. That was a big one for me. That was a big one. But let's talk about Rage in the house. Rage Triano. Yes, everybody be nice to Rage. We have said that. Also, Rage is the most negative person that I actually like amongst the Arizona fan base. Rage believes everybody is leaving the U of A and that nobody is coming in.
And then he said, I blocked him. I would never block Rage.
You have blocked Rage, and that was a big mistake. And I
did not block him.
Past you have blocked him, though.
Well, I block,
Yes, we do not want to upset Rage. Rage, we like you very much. All right. Yeah, I will leave it at that. Okay, now let's get to a little bit of Henry Vasar talk. Now, I will say this, Shear, you run a very, very successful site on 24/7, Wildcat Authority. Where can they find it, by the way? Let me guess, Wildcat.
Thank you, Mike. Yes, that's where they can find it.
Yes, okay. The North Carolina site is on a different level than anything I've ever seen. It's got to be the biggest site going, no?
Yeah, it's the biggest, and I don't talk money, but they make a large amount of money on that website. Let's just put it this way. I don't think I'm giving away trade secrets. They are on such a different level that they have a different deal than like anyone on the entire network. Like they have their own deal.
They have two posts about Henry Vasar that are both over 1,000 posts in already.
We are up to their Wednesday night. Keep in mind, this was last night. Henry Vasar update, Mike. 892 posts, 79,000 views. 477 likes.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. So either way, I'm going through there, and I will say this, and then we're going to get to the latest on Henry. I don't think they know how Henry plays. There's a couple of people that said he reminded him of a Mondo Baycott. I can't think of anybody in the world that he reminds me less of than Baycott. And that basically he's going to come in and be the best player in the ACC. We like Henry, but I don't think that they have I don't think that they necessarily know what Henry plays like.
So I always say, and this isn't an insult, I watch a lot of college basketball. I watch bad teams, good teams, but I just watch a lot of college basketball. I don't think the average person does, which is fine. That's not a knock. So I think that what happens is if Henry Vasar enters the transfer portal, North Carolina fan pulls up a 2-minute YouTube clip and is like, oh my God. Like this guy is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on Ron, and which is fine. I think he's good. I don't, but you're right. Like, I think that the expectations North Carolina fans already have for him, he can't meet them. And that's not an insult to him. I mean, they're talking like he's going to be ACC Player of the Year.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Henry. Henry went there, he visited, and he has come back without committing. That is a good thing for the University of Arizona. Sheer, this is true.
I think the next 48 hours are big. I think if Arizona can get through the next 48 hours without him committing to UNC, it could get interesting.
Well, I think it gets very interesting at that point. Also, everybody beating him up for bringing his girlfriend along on the trip, I don't have a problem with it. You and I talked about it before. If he's going to go there, I don't have a problem with his girlfriend knowing where he's going to be at.
I think it's a slippery slope. I do. I don't have a problem with her going. If they sit down for advice and she says that she feels like North Carolina is a better fit than Arizona, I have a problem with that.
All right. Well, I'm not, but we don't know that happened. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying we don't know if it happened. We don't know if it's going to happen. But I think it's a slippery slope because she's a GM on the softball team.
I get it. I get it. All right. Now, let's see here. Now, Five of a Kind Media says Henry stays. If Henry stays, does that mean Awaka leaves? This is just my opinion. I don't believe that you're going to see both of those guys on the team next year. I think you will have either Awaka or Henry. I don't think that you're going to have both.
I think the best way for people to approach the transfer portal seriously is to throw out any common sense. I'm not sure Awaka and Henry have anything to do with each other. If Awaka gets a big enough offer, I think he's gone, Mike. And I would say that for anyone. I don't think how much Henry Vasar is the starting center in Arizona next year. Mm-hmm. Why would he leave? We're surprised when he entered the portal, right? Tommy developed him. Tommy stood by him.
But we don't know that he's a starter next year because maybe he was just here. Maybe he was just hearing that Mo Krivas is a million times better than him, and he's like, "Man, I better get out of here. I better book it."
It's just, to me, it's look at all these dudes in the portal. Trey Donaldson was the starting point guard at Michigan. Dude is now at Miami.
Right.
Did you go around the country?
Did you know that Nigel Peck is still in the portal? Or didn't he get like $2 million or something?
He got like $2 million from Miami. Like, look at some of these guys transferring. Like, why? They were the best first, second, third best player on their team. They started, but they're transferring because of reasons that have nothing to do with playing time. I think the best approach to the portal, like if you were to ask me if I'm comfortable that anyone is staying right now, the answer is no, because it could change in 10 minutes. If Kentucky misses out on a guard, who's to say they're not going to offer Jaden Bradley $2 million?
I wanted to talk about Jaden Bradley. No news is good news when it comes to Jaden Bradley. That's where I stand with this one. No news is good news. I don't want to hear anything about Jaden Bradley. You keep your hands off our Jaden. That is that's
not me saying Jaden doesn't want to stay at Arizona or any, but if you're Jaden Bradley and you're last year of college and Arizona's just paying, I'm just throwing out a number, $750, right? And Kentucky loses out on 3 of its top guard prospects. He goes, man, we need a point guard bad. We got $2 million. If you're Jaden Bradley and you may not be an NBA player and you can make $2 million a year, all of us are thinking about that, right?
Let me ask you this. I was thinking about this. I was looking at some names in the portal, and I get that he didn't work out at Kansas, but if you could get AJ Store cheap,
I could get AJ Store for $250,000. You could come on down.
Yes, I agreed, because sometimes things just don't work. Now, we're going to talk the Big 12 next year because the Big 12 is going to be absolutely loaded. Brian Tassel says, MNBA, stay away from Mark Carter. This is very, very true. Also, have you heard the rumors about what Brandon Smith from Purdue is going to be getting? The
Brandon Smith, so there's so many rumors with him. The rumor is Kentucky is offering him a wild amount. Then there's a rumor that Purdue signed him today, basically. But he would get like $3 million on the open market.
Easy. He's better than Donovan Dent.
Yeah, I think he's the best point guard in the country.
Right. And if Donovan Dent commanding $3 million, this guy should get $4 million.
What's happening is these guys are coming up with asinine numbers early in the portal. Right. They're trying to get those numbers because this market eventually is going to correct itself here soon. So they're trying, like KJ Lewis is asking for $2 million supposedly. There isn't a world that exists where KJ Lewis.
Somebody's going to yell. Somebody's going to tweet at you, yelling at you.
Come on, you love KJ Lewis. You're not paying $2 million for KJ Lewis.
No, I'm not paying $2 million for KJ Lewis.
But he's probably going to get $1 million or so because it eventually, this stuff will even out.
You know what? You know what?
Like,
and I'm not. Go ahead. Sorry.
People are wondering why Arizona is not more active right now. That's why. Let this stuff straighten up, and eventually it'll even out a little bit.
And here's what I'm going to tell you when it comes to what parents are tweeting out and all of this, and I'm not directing this at anybody in specific. Whatever they are telling you, don't take it at any value whatsoever unless you actually know them. Because I guarantee you there are parents out there that are telling somebody one thing and then 5 seconds later telling somebody else the exact opposite. There's no reason to believe anything that a parent is saying. And I don't even blame the parents for that, but they're going to lie. They're going to lie for their kid, and that's just the way it is.
Well, if I like, and I'm not throwing KJ Lewis's mom under the bus, but she's like, how do you know that Georgetown is our leader, whatever? If I'm her, I don't want anyone to know that there's a leader, because as long as that happens, that price is going up.
Right, exactly.
I want to be open to every school, and I get it.
And trying to piggyback off what the mom says in there or something, or the coach, and then trying to tweet about you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Weak. All right, H Fuchs 451. Can you better explain revenue share and why a school can't throw NIL on top? They can throw NIL on top. Sure, you always do a very bad job of explaining.
Yeah.
This.
Okay. So all I'm saying is, with revenue share, the idea is that it would even out the playing field a little bit. That the schools with less money would get more money, so you wouldn't be broke. At the end of the day, if Texas wants to offer a kid $5 million on top of the $3 million they're paying him in revenue share, I mean, you'll see some astronomical numbers. The idea, though, is that it could kind of even out a little bit.
Now, we're going to talk about
schools. You have schools like a Villanova, for instance, where Kevin Willard straight up said this, where they have football, but it's not D1 football. So his belief is that basketball at other schools would be getting like $4 million, $5 million.
Do you want to talk?
Getting $6 million.
Do you want to talk about Villanova for a second, or do you want to just leave that alone?
No, I don't care.
I think it's pretty cool. All right, so Tommy Lloyd turned down a lot of money to not go to Villanova. So
we can say that very, very, very confidently from a very good source.
Yep, exactly. So give Tommy Lloyd a lot of credit on that one. Tommy wants to be here.
It was a quick conversation from what I heard, but it was not a quick offer. Like, Villanova came with an offer.
Right. Yeah. All right. Now, Dennis Walsh, when's the last time someone was suspended for academics? Miles Simon, 1996. I think it's been a while. Yeah. When did this happen? All right. So anyways, we feel very comfortable in reporting that. Now, Conrad Martinez, how do we get him to Illinois? I think that's the
elevator about Conrad. I want him to go somewhere good.
You know what? You know why? The other reason that you're losing out on Conrad, though? Because Philly B has a market. Conrad's not going to have the market.
You don't know that. What was Philly B's market? Philly B's market was his coach.
Philly B started for an NCAA tournament team.
What great numbers he put up.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Do you think Conrad, under any circumstances,
I think Conrad could have started for New Mexico.
No. You think it's Conrad right now? Jason Shear said Conrad Martinez would start over Donovan Dent.
I think Conrad Martinez could absolutely start for a Mountain West school. Absolutely.
That plays in that makes the NCAA tournament as a top 10 seed.
Sure.
No, you don't believe that for a second. You don't believe that for a second.
Right. Philly B averaged 5 points a game, 4 rebounds on 40% shooting. And he got 23 minutes a game. So yes, I believe that.
And the first thing his coach did when he got a better job was bring Philly B alongside.
Good. That's not a market.
Right. It just is what it is. All right. We're going to pay some bills. I want to talk about the Big 12 here for a second, because I think there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the Big 12. We're also going to make fun of ASU, because ASU has contacted me about possibly playing for them next year. We'll see if I have any eligibility. But first, Michael Rubin and the Swift Mortgage Group. All right, everybody out there, here's the deal. If you are looking to buy, sell, or refinance, this is the man to go through, because again, he can get you he's got access to like 50 banks and all kinds of better deals than most people have. Now, if you're somebody like Rich Carrillo or somebody and you don't have a house, you've ever had a house, but you're looking to actually maybe get one, Michael Rubin could probably help you with that one. Use code Jason Terry for $500 off. Local to Tucson, lifelong Wildcat fan. Again, I endorse Michael Rubin. Scan that QR code right there. The Swift Mortgage Group, Rubin Group, code Jason Terry for $500 off. Check it out. Okay, now Bridge Tech Communications. Okay, here's the deal with Bridge Tech Communications. Sure, if you're running Wildcat Authority, would you like to have 750% back on ROI?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, good. Everybody would get in line there, buddy. Promotes 100 plus health entities across the. So if I'm up in SRS, and everybody be very careful in here. Be nice to Rage. If I'm in, if you're up in SRS and you can't find a gym, that's probably because they're not using Bridge Tech Communications. That is the thing. They promote 100 plus health entities across multiple states. Gym, wellness, spa, you name it, they have got it. Tony is the man. We love Tony. Bridge Tech Communications, my friends. Bridge Tech Communications. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right, everybody in the chat, Rage, you be nice. I'm very nervous right now, Rage. Be nice. Okay. Yes. All right. I want to talk a little bit about the Big 12. We're going to make fun of ASU. The Big 12 next year is going to be awesome. Like, you just look at it, and we're talking about Arizona we'll talk about Arizona here in a second. Look at just Houston for a minute. Let's say they lose Uman or whatever his name is, the point guard Uzan,
which they might not.
Yeah. Let's say you lose Milos Uzan, and but you still got some 5-star point guard coming in. You've also got, you're bringing back, you got Senek coming in. You got Fugler or whatever the heck his name is. Same thing.
Here's how you put it in perspective, Mike. You ready?
Yeah.
The number 1 player in the country, BYU. The number 2 player in the country, Kansas. The number 7 player in the country, Houston. 8, Arizona. So right there, you have, out of the top 8, 4 of them are going to a Big 12 school.
Yes. So let's talk about Houston. Then Houston's going to be loaded. Houston's going to be a preseason top.
Class is stupid and annoying.
Houston is going to be a preseason top 3 team in the country next year. I know they lose. Yeah. I know they lose Cryer, but don't cry them a river. They're going to be more than okay. Also, that was so good. And Jawan Roberts, I like Jawan Roberts, but Jawan Roberts is replaceable.
I mean, they add Senek, who's awesome. I was just watching him. He's actually on TV right now. Mike.
What's he doing? What's he doing on TV?
They're playing in some tournament. Andre Iguodala's kid is also playing in that game.
Interesting.
Isaiah Harwell, Kingston Flemings. I mean, they're just good.
Right.
I hate them.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're really good. They're not going anywhere. That's the other thing. So Arizona, that's another thing. So that's one. Now we got to talk a little bit about BYU. BYU is going to be a preseason top 10 team next year. BYU is absolutely loaded. You're bringing in DeBansa, who I think is the second best player in the country, not the best, but
you've watched tons of film on these kids, so you would know.
No, I do. Well, unlike
you.
Yeah. No, I know I do. Yeah. So, DeBansa is awesome. Richie Saunders is who's the big guy from like Nigeria, the big center they have.
They're also bringing in your boy, Mike.
Who?
Xavion Staten. They signed him too.
Yeah, but he'll only play like 10, 12 minutes a game. I don't care about him this year. But then they have they also have who's the big guy? Kita or whatever his name is.
Kita.
Yeah. He's very, very good. Oh, Dallin Hall is definitely a take if he wants to come here. I like Dallin Hall a great deal, but we'll see. Oh, come on. Dallin Hall killed Arizona.
Rumor is Utah.
All right. Either way, Houston or BYU is going to be awesome next year. They're going to be a top 10 team.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Then I don't worry about Baylor. Here's what
Baylor's
I know.
Taking the king of the mid majors right now in the portal. They're just taking all the good mid major players.
I don't worry about Baylor. I like Baylor. I like Scott Drew a great deal, but Scott Drew's teams to me in the recent years have been soft. They haven't done a ton for me. They've been loaded, but they have been soft. And Tunde, I don't necessarily worry about Tunde a ton. Yeah. But so I don't put Baylor in there. Tech is going to be very, very interesting. Yes, P. Hoff. Palmer Hoffman says, sorry, I'm late. Did the episode open with a moment of silence for our loss of Conrad? No.
You will remember Conrad.
No, we need to tell P. Hoff how this happened. P. Hoff, it started with me spiking the football into Shear's face
Yeah, Mike has to celebrate his wins. He doesn't get many of them.
Yeah, no, I was going to do that. All right, so Texas Tech's going to be another fascinating one because So if they bring back JT Toppin, they bring back Darren Williams, and they've got the Hans Christian Andersen kid.
Yeah, they got to lose someone, right?
Well, I don't know. And then don't they have back like Overback or whatever, Overton or whatever?
I think it's like their whole damn roster they returned. I mean, they got to lose someone.
They lose Kermit Walton.
He doesn't count. He's not a real person.
Kermit Walton had like 8 threes. They lose Kermit Walton. Who else did they lose? They also lose Chance McWilliams, and that's it. And then they bring back.
They don't have any commits.
Yeah, but that's because they're just going to go portaling. But if you bring
I'm looking at their roster right
now,
if
you bring back Hans Christian Andersen,
they lose Elijah Hawkins, Kermit Walton, and Chance McMillan.
Okay. Those are all replaceable players. So you bring back
Federico.
All right, those another replaceable player. But do you bring back those other 3, you're going to be a problem.
Can they bring back Devin Cambridge?
What's that?
Does Devin Cambridge have another year?
He's not still playing. No way.
He's hurt. He's hurt. Yeah, they should bring him back.
Yeah.
Arizona should have.
Is TJ Ott's going to A&M?
No. There's why?
I had somebody tell me that.
That would surprise me. His wife, cheerleader, him. That would surprise me. You know who I'm going with? Fred Hoiberg, baby.
A&M?
You know who the 80 of A&M now is?
Oh yeah, it's what's his name from Nebraska? Trev Alberts. Trev Alberts didn't hire Hoiberg though.
Honestly, the rumor is Chris Mack is the hot name today.
Chris Mack?
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, you know what they call it if he would go back to Xavier? Return of the Mac.
The 3 names you want. I actually was just looking at this. The 3 betting favorites. If you're interested, because someone had tweeted this, I just looked at it like 10 minutes ago. Porter Moser,
my guy.
Fred Hoiberg, Chris Jans.
What a bad list of coaches.
Yep, that is terrible.
That's terrible. That's a lot of poo. Is Jim Boylan not available? No thanks.
Ooh, Jim Boylan reference.
Yeah. Yucky. Okay. Now, but either way, it's going to be a loaded conference. Also, I want to talk about Kansas for a second here. But first, we got to pay a few more bills. Here we go. All right. Sheer.
Yes, sir.
Now, I wasn't with you guys. Comfort X. Okay. Comfort X. All right. Hey, where's the song? Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Somebody knocking on my door. Go away. Ted Wardo's going.
Ted Wardo going to kill them? Holy crap! You could hear that from here.
Ted Wardo, stop. But either way, Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Now, you know who's probably knocking at the door? Tony Gemino. Would it surprise you all? Yeah, if he just
Tony.
Yeah, look at that. Tony Gemino. All right, but either way, be like Tony and save $2,000, my friends, and have really cool people. Look at this. This is the embodiment of strength in your HVAC installation. Perfect track record, small business with big savings, code word Wildcats for 10% off. You need to do this right now. Jason Shearer, everybody do it right now. Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now what else we got? Longview. Now, I meant to ask you this. In Seattle, people were asking us nonstop if we would endorse Andre Veras, and like I said, we said we couldn't. In Newark, did you encounter the same issue, you and Shelby?
It was disgusting. Shelby punched a man over it.
We won't do it. You're not going to peer pressure us into it. You're not going to do any of that stuff. But here's what we will tell you. You can give Andre a call at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting. And I am not promising you that you might get a discount on his personal services, but it might be on the table. Check it out. Longview Insurance and Investments, a trusted partner for your financial future. All right. Now we're going to talk about how Arizona factors into the Big 12 here in a second. I want to talk about Kansas here for a minute. Kansas is going to be interesting to me because they've taken a big step back, but they got the best player in the country coming in. They've also got, if they bring back Badungo or whatever his name is, and Zeke Mayo, that's a pretty good team there, Sheer. I think they make a jump. I think they bounce back a little bit.
Why? They lose a lot, man. They lose a lot.
Those players all suck.
That's their players, though.
Well, I understand that's their players, but those players all suck, though.
They're old. There's something about old. Okay, so let's just say, right, Peterson's awesome. Don't get me wrong. Zeke's gone.
Zeke is back, isn't he?
Zeke gets one more year because he's a senior.
Yeah, I'm almost positive Zeke's back.
I
I'm almost positive return of the Zeke.
Let me see.
I think he's back. I think Zeke Mayo's back.
No, he's done.
Yeah. All right. Well, never mind. I thought that
changed your mind.
I like Badungo though, or whatever.
They lose Harris, they lose Mayo, they lost Griffin, they lose KJ Adams, and they lose Hunter Dickinson. And you're like, yeah, they're great. And they they lost Store, and they lost Coit, and Badunga's in the portal. They literally, they have no team.
They got Darren Peterson. I mean, come on, fair enough. They're not going to be very good. I know
they could be good.
I know Badungo. I know Badungo entered the portal, but I also think he's going to come back. Insider information, right there. I think
once again, Mike. Kansas, similar to women's basketball. Mike is now a Kansas insider.
Kansas basketball insider. That's where people are tuning in.
I have women's basketball news. Do you want?
By the way, we got to give Sheer a lot of credit. People said we couldn't do it, and we are doing it.
I have more news.
No, all right. Lay the groundwork here for you. This is called a drum roll for Jason Shearer and everything that he's accomplishing in the women's basketball scene. First of all, you broke that Arizona is far from the roster is far from stabilized. Very true. Then you also broke where Jada Williams is going, Iowa State. You were batting 2 for 2. What else do you have there, Jason Shearer?
I'm hearing that Brea Cunningham is deciding between USC, Texas, Baylor. Those are the top 3. There's a sleeper in there as well, but USC is considered to be the small favorite.
Interesting.
There's a surprise.
Is USC good?
USC.
Yeah, are they good?
Yeah.
Mike Luke, beloved father, Arizona women's and Kansas women's basketball and Kansas expert. Boz, yeah. All right. We'll let you know if we hear anything else. But Sheer, you have your ears to the street, and we very much like that.
Is Sheer the only person Adia likes? There's zero chance Adia Barnes likes me.
Yeah. I don't think Adia Barnes really likes anybody. So there he is. We will leave it at that. Caden the Man 614. I wonder if that's Caden Luke. Arizona is going to the college football playoffs next year. We're going to get to a little bit of college football playoffs. Also, I was just asked in the chat, is H-Dick going to the MNBA? Do you think H-Dick's going to play in the MNBA?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Why not?
I think H-Dick will be in the MNBA. So
why not H-Dick?
Yeah, why not H-Dick? Okay, now, some people say why H-Dick. I say why not?
Yeah, why not H-Dick?
All right, so also, we need to talk now about how Arizona factors into the Big 12. I like it. Koa Pete, to me, is the kind of big man you need. You need girth, you need strength, you need athleticism. I think I like Koa. I like Koa Pete a lot in the Big 12, sure.
Yeah, I think he's going to – look, this sounds corny. Well, not corny, but you know what I'm saying. Houston really wanted Koa Pete. And if Houston wants Koa Pete as their 4-man,
I want Koa Pete.
I want Koa Pete as my 4-man.
Yes.
I think he's going to fit in real well in the Big 12.
Do you think a lineup if Arizona were to somehow luck out and get everything back? Thanks for answering my question. I don't know what the question was, David. Ask again. I apologize. If Arizona were to have the ideal starting 5, would that be the best starting 5 in the country?
What?
If you had Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, Carter L. Bryant, Koa L. Pete, and Henry Vasar?
No. I don't know who's better, but no.
So I was looking at it. I think
is that better than Houston's?
So let's go position by position. Are we assuming that the H-Dick question? You got it. Let's I don't know.
I mean, Duke's gonna have, even though Duke loses,
Duke's gonna be awesome for sure.
I mean, unless Proctor goes, but that depends who goes, but their class is ridiculous. Houston's going to be good. Auburn's still going to put together a great. It's too early.
Yeah, it's too early, but that doesn't mean that we can't talk about it a little bit. But either way, I think it's going to be good. And I'm going to ask you this. So again, I think if you're Jaden Bradley, and I was thinking about this, if you're Jaden Bradley, sometimes you don't want to mess with well enough, if that makes sense. In that, yes, if you're going to get paid like $2 million or whatever the case may be, I get it. But at the same time, I also kind of think that Arizona's a good fit because Jaden Bradley's not just a point guard that you're going to put in anywhere and he's just going to put up numbers. He's not that type of guy, Skier.
No, he's a good fit with Arizona for sure.
He's a great fit for Arizona. Yes.
Yeah. I like Jaden Bradley. I just worry. The portal worries me.
Right.
The damn thing's open for 19 more days.
Hey, after that though, we don't have to worry about it anymore, right?
Yeah. What's crazy is, Mike, it's shorter. They shortened it. It used to be 45 days. Now it's just 30.
Well, they get. Oh, hey, you guys want to see something crazy? Hey, check out this license. Check out this license plate that I saw. I don't know if you saw this, but I was.
This is good.
Yeah, this is good. Oh, you saw it?
I'm a little disappointed that you don't have it, if we're being honest.
Check this out. I saw this. This was real. I real-timed this earlier. Can everybody see this?
You can't see it at all.
Oh.
You can't see it at all. Nope. Still can't. Nope.
Closer.
Oh, closer. Right there.
Does everyone see it? Big fart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big fart.
Big fart, baby. Big fart in the house. That's going to be my nickname. Big gas, big fart.
Yeah, where you at, big fart?
Yeah, where you at, big gas? Man, you don't know who I am.
I still like the Koa IBS one.
That was good too.
That was good. Yes. Now the great Ryan Neal says, we want Evan Nelson. Let's talk about that backup point guard. Yes. Is Evan Nelson a real possibility? Yes, that is a real possibility. I think Arizona's going to let the coast clear, see who's back. But yes, they are well aware of who Evan Nelson is. They've been in contact with Evan Nelson. Evan Nelson, I think for 1 year would be a great backup here, Skier.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. But I don't think Arizona moves on anyone until Mr. Burries makes his decision.
What's that?
I think until Burries makes his decision, it's I don't think they move on a guard.
Who is this? BC needs to learn not to reach. And who's BC? He's replaceable. Who are we talking? Who's BC?
Freya Cunningham, dog. I did not know women's basketball. Oh my God. Leave it to the experts, dude.
Oh, anyways.
Freya
All right,
Cunningham come on. Did you see the North Carolina board has a 3-page thread debating whether or not they should steal Jaden Bradley?
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's the problem though with North Carolina. This isn't your grandfather's North Carolina. Hubert Davis sucks. Like Hubert Davis
is this, Mike. If they try to steal Jaden Bradley,
if
they mess with Paul,
they're gonna get glove. And you know what? That glove is gonna have so many prickly pears in it.
We're not messing around with that one.
Yes. Now, Evan Nelson, that's the other thing. Evan Nelson can bring the ball up the court. He can shoot threes, and he's not going to can I get you to say this year that Evan Nelson would be a clear upgrade over Conrad?
No, absolutely not. The way you demean players on their way out is disgusting.
Oh gosh, give me a break.
What's it called when you're against people from foreign countries? Not racist. It's
xenophobic.
Xenophobic.
Yeah, you're xenophobic, Mike.
Xenophobic. I even was praising
Conrad.
I was praising.
You want ADO out of here too.
No, I was praising Serbian soup yesterday on the show.
You made fun of it.
How many times have you ever gone on a show where somebody's talking about Serbian soup? By the way, what was it? Joseph just let's see here.
Joseph, Jeremiah Patterson's #1 fan. You have room to talk.
Yeah, Joseph says, remember when
Trey Townsend's going to average 25 and what do you say? 20 and 12.
By the way, did you see that BBN is projected as a 4th or 5th round pick?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, you got to run him off for Chuba for sure, though. Either way, we will leave it at that one. Evan Nelson would be great, though. I would totally fine with that. I'm also cool with Uriah Tennant. I don't know if they're going to offer Uriah Tennant, though. Doesn't sound like they've been in contact with him. I don't like that, though. Sure.
Sorry, my sister's texting me admin news. My sister's big in the streets.
Right. What do you got?
She's at a conference right now, and she said that our Arizona's president is the big talk of the town.
Oh, that guy, he doesn't even like sports.
Lots of chatter about your president from Vermont. I said, is it good? He said he brought a financial guy over now as well, and the provost search is happening. And the intern is, she knows the guy that might. Yes. Anyway, what was I saying?
I'm nervous about this president, but I don't want to talk about that. Okay. What else?
My sister never texts me, so when she texts me, I
okay. Well, what were we talking about? Uriah Tennant, backup kid from Prescott that has like a 98.
Yeah. I think the issue there, Mike, is I know that Arizona, or at least 1 or 2 members of Arizona, likes him. The issue is, do they think he can play right away? And if not, the way the college basketball is now, like Arizona was cool letting him go to San Diego, because you go to San Diego, you see if he's good enough, and in 2 years, if he is, guess what? He's going to go in the portal, and then you go get him.
Right. But
it's really hard to take developmental players now.
What I like about players like that, though, is I could see him being good. Like with Conrad and Philly B, I could never see them being good. That's why we had a bet on who was going to be the race to the bottom. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. Now, Luis Torres says, I think I know we're the favorites, but for some reason, if we miss out on Burries, any chance we check out an RJ Luis Jr.? No.
Yeah,
totally.
sure. Absolutely there is. So what I want you to do is I want you to take out.
You're about to get snarky. Do not do it.
I want you to take. Who asked that?
Luis Torres, the man.
Take out your checkbook, write a number down, add 6 zeros to it, and now we're in business for RJ Lewis.
By the way, I like. I'm fairly certain that RJ Luis is a soft weenie.
Look, the guy was the Big East Player of the Year, and he transferred because Rick Pitino benched him because he was a soft weenie.
Yeah,
so
and
honestly, he proved Rick Pitino's point.
I mean, I think he kind of proved Rick Pitino's point.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah. Did you see who they got? He's got a couple really good players coming in. Who was it?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I don't know who it is, but yes. Should have the zero.
Good.
Now, one thing that does crack me up, and I'm going to beat up somebody on your board here a little bit. That cracks me up.
I love when you love a coach. Yeah, I know they're really good. What's their names? I don't know. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, I can't remember it. Yeah. All right.
Bryce Hopkins and Sainon. How did we forget Sainon?
Yeah, well, no, Sainon. I actually think Sainon, that's going to be an interesting one. Do you think that Putt's agent is going to complain like to Rick Pitino like he does to you about me?
So I got a funny story about this agent.
Yeah.
So I'm on Trilly now, as you know.
Oh, this is good. Are they making fun
of the
him?
Agent? I didn't realize that the agent represents Nate Ament, the really good recruit. You know,
he got a really good player out of. So how do you get a good player?
So there is no messier recruitment in the country right now than Nate Ament. He is not committed. He is a mess. He wants more money, this and that. Magically, I found out today who his agent is. And a comment that someone put in there is, once I found out who his agent was, I wasn't surprised how his recruitment's playing out.
Oh no, this guy's a massive putz. Now that he's out of our hair shear, we can tell this guy would watch the show and he can get in contact with me. He knows how to get in touch with me, and he would nonstop DM Sheer complaining about what I was saying about him.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's no good. No, thanks. It was kind of funny though. And then he was saying one time, he's like, well, this will prevent me from ever sending another kid to Arizona. Good. We don't want you. Boo. Blah, 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 blah. Go drink that Serbian soup. All right. Let's see here. You're at Putz. Wilbur's big.
Go drink that Serbian soup.
Yes, I got into a Twitter argument with Saul that U of A can write a check for acquaintance. Let's talk about Quaintance here for a second. And we got to give Wilbur's Big Burner a massive shout out because I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Wilbur's Big Burner broke this last week that Jaden Quaintance would be entering the portal. And then Hamid Quaintance or whatever his name is got in there and he's like, why would you lie? Wilbur's Big Burner with the victory. Wilbur's Big Burner breaking news. How does it look now? How does it look now there, my friend?
Who's the liar? Now who's the liar?
Yeah, exactly. Good job, though, Wilbur's Big Burner. We are big fans of what you're doing there, and it was incredibly impressive what you just did. You spoke for the masses, and sometimes you got to stand strong in the face of adversity, and that's exactly what he did. So there's that. All right, I want to make fun of ASU for a second, but first, let's see here. Good agents usually don't have free time at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Standard.
He's not an agent. He's a runner.
He's a runner. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he's a runner. Boo, no good. And he tweeted at me. You know what's really funny about this guy is he had to get off Twitter for like a month because he tweeted at me as saying something about Sainon or whatever and about how good he was. And then after an ASU win, and then after Sainon went in the toilet and ASU lost a bunch of games, then I tweeted back at him the same thing, and then he just started getting hit by U of A fans. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Okay. Now,
what was it again? What did it sound like?
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. It's like bombs over Baghdad. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. Let me get a couple reads, and I want to make fun of ASU. Baggins. Now listen, I might be going to the Scottsdale Baggins here next Saturday on the way up to Sedona. Hey, is Phoenix on the way to Sedona? Yeah. I might go there to the Scottsdale Baggins and pretend to be cool. Have you ever been to the Scottsdale Baggins?
I haven't. It's on the list.
Now, Joseph, guess who was there a while back? Your boy, Jeremiah Patterson. And again, but either way, use code AZ12. Sheer, you need to get Baggins. You're feeling a little bit better. This is true.
Only because I had Baggins.
Yes, exactly. It was. Oh, look at this. Oh, now look at this deal right here. This is the April special. This is very, very tasty. Whoa. Yes, exactly. All right, now here's the deal. You can get that. You can get that very tasty looking sandwich and chips and a fountain drink for $12.95. Very good deal. And use the Mike Luke code so it makes me look better. Everybody out there, please go there, and it makes me look good because also when you tweet it out, the receipt, it makes me feel better about myself. Because it looks really, really good. Ryan Huffman, you guys got to get better at production delivery if you want. No, that's why we have the people we want, because we don't care about the delivery.
What does that mean? Our delivery is great.
Our delivery is great. Yes, exactly. I appreciate the kind words, though. Either way,
loves my delivery.
Yeah. All right, but either way, chicken club sandwich. Get it there. Will thank me later. But again, everybody get to Baggins. Ryan Huffman, go to Baggins, please, and use code AZ12 to get 15% off. We'll take that advice from you. Okay, now, well, what else we got?
Oh, whoa.
Right. I can't see you. Ryan, I can't see you. Where's Ryan? Ryan. Oh, back. Oh, God. All right. Now, Sheer. Whew, I got scared there for a second. I was just thinking about Ryan. Okay.
I get it.
But either way, they got 4 locations. Look at these Tom Fords, baby. You see these things? Look at them. Look at these things.
Gorgeous.
These are amazing. You know, Dennis Walsh, when he's flying over like Sedona or whatever, probably squinting because he doesn't have any of these Tom Ford glasses, my friends. Tom Ford glasses, baby. All right. But either way, use same day urgent visits 520-322-2713. Arizona Primary Eye Care, proud partner of Arizona Athletics. Optical options to fit all budgets, styles, everything. Get in there, fill them up. We very much like everybody at Arizona Primary Eye Care. Okay, now what else you got? Talk to me. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Okay, Green Valley Decorative Rock, my friends. All right, Sheer. I was just talking with our guy Mike Natowski and AZ. He's on your board, Arizona AZ fanatic, and he said we have done such an amazing job pushing back against these rumors, which we have, that I think we might actually start talking about the business now. But
whoa, absolutely.
I know. That is the problem, though, that you encounter when you have to push back against such negative Nancy's, that you don't get to really talk about the greatness in front of you because you're too busy trying to disprove all the garbage that's being thrown around. But here's the deal. 50 plus locally sourced landscapers, too convenient. Now, listen, I'm kind of wondering if Ryan is, do we think that Ryan is in Illinois? Is there a chance that he's an Illinois fan?
I would assume he is.
I would assume that he is an Illinois fan.
Yeah,
and it would not surprise me at all if he's not an Illinois fan. But either way, they might deliver north to Champaign, but you're probably going to have to pay a lot for at least pay them in Champaign. But either way, we know for a fact that if you get a bunch of their stuff, they will deliver to you. North to Oracle, west to Marana, east to Sierra Vista, Benson, and south to the old Nogales.
Mexico.
Highway, the old Nogales Highway, Nogales. Yes, they've got you covered there. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Okay, Elboom says, have we contacted Kion Evans or Miles Rice? See, I wish that we could really talk more about names. Hey, we didn't need Sheer on there anyways. I wish we could talk more about names, but the thing is, until Burley's is official, they're not going to be doing a bunch.
So here's the thing, also.
Welcome to the Rock. Sorry, Choir.
I'm going to bring up your buddy Tracy Pearson.
Oh, that.
Tracy Pearson mentioned on his board that someone on a UCLA account mentioned this random 2 guys in the portal that you wouldn't think anything of. And UCLA was recruiting them and close to landing and whatever. And then before you know it, they have 18 more offers.
Mm-hmm.
the portal is something that, unlike regular recruiting, coaches throughout the country want quiet, because once a school finds out how much another school's offering, once a school finds out that another school's on them, that recruitment is completely blown up. It
Right.
just, it's how it is. And so, like, remember Keyshawn Johnson, you didn't know until he was on campus, like Awaka, those guys, like, late. We found out about Awaka by accident, right, Mike? Right. Like, it's just, it's how, and you can tell the story in a second, but it's just how it is. Like, the portal, I hate, believe me, I hate it, but the portal recruiting is going to be quiet.
Yes.
How did we find out about Toby Awaka?
Again, I like to be humble about these things. I don't want to have to put this out there if I don't have to. Even though I've said this story about 8 times, I will gladly say it a 9th time.
Yeah.
I was at Culinary Dropout with Raquel, and I look at the BCAT already beat me to it. Yes, Dennis Walsh. It's like you guys have heard this story before. And I see a very large individual, which we now know is the man of girth, Tobe Awaka. And then I see Murph slithering around, and Murph's all paranoid. Murph's like, yeah. And then so I messaged Murph, and I said, Murph, who's the recruit that you're with right now? I'm looking right at you. And Murph is on his phone nonstop. So Murph looks up and he looks around, and then I duck down. And then he's looking around, and then we finally make eye contact. And then I go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so anyways, he immediately says, don't say anything, this or that. And I said, Murph, I will say what I want unless you give me information. And he didn't give me any information, but I was still nice to him. That's what it is, though. A lot of these times, though, you don't know until they're there.
Yeah, portal, trust me, we all want to know portal recruiting. It's just how it is for football and basketball. No school wants their guys out there until it's close, or they're on campus and it's close to being done. That's just how it is.
I get it though. And then I will generally, if I find something out, I'll generally get a message from Murph saying, don't mess with me, Luke. Mess with the paw, you get the glove. You know the deal around here. So either way, that's kind of how this happens. Awaka, like I said, with Awaka, it's an interesting one. Norton Rudin. Norton Rudin, $10 super snap. Very much appreciate
I just got tagged in a photo
on Twitter.
Tyrone Riley has conducted Zooms.
Yeah, from 3 days ago. That's from 3 days.
That's today.
With who?
Arizona.
Really?
USC, Arizona, Creighton, Texas, Kentucky, Washington, Arkansas, Grand Canyon.
He's not coming here. I don't believe so. Right. I don't believe he's coming. We want Carter. But anyway, $10 super snap. Is Burries unintentionally being disrespectful to U of A and other schools by winning? Hard to shop in the portal list. No. I disagree. I understand your question entirely, but I totally disagree with that. This kid can go wherever he wants. This kid can go absolutely wherever he wants. Arizona wants him really bad. He wants to announce with his buddies. I got no problem with it whatsoever. I get your point, but yeah.
Arizona doesn't have to recruit him.
Arizona doesn't have to recruit him, exactly. And yes, exactly. Here, so that's kind of where it's at. All right, now let's get into a little bit of football talk here. Okay. Sorry. Look at Shelby. Look at Shelby narrating this. This is very impressive. Oh, 356 likes. Take that, Ryan Huffman. Huffman. But sounds like a smoker. Huffman. All right. Let's talk a little football. Sheer, you were there. You were boots on the ground. What's the deal?
A lot of screen passes.
Wow. Delayed handoffs.
A lot of screen passes, getting the ball out of Noah Fafita's hands as quick as possible.
Good.
Yeah. As Aiden Garnes had a very nice day. He had a pick. He blew up Jeremiah Patterson. I mean, blew him up. It was bad. Quincy Craig looks good. Looks like he's going to have a role.
Loves him.
Yeah, you're going to apologize for him because you said he sucked.
I mean, we'll see.
You said he sucked. Sucked.
We'll see.
Who else looked good today? Isaiah Mizell is crazy fast.
Yeah. Is he faster than Jeremiah Patterson?
Yep. Mizell's fast, like crazy fast. Let's see. What else? Chase Kennedy is basically being used as a linebacker right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of disguised stuff. So the defense is going to be a lot of moving around pre-snap and all that. Chuba is 100% an offensive lineman.
Good.
Done deal. He is not on defense at all.
Good.
Offensive line's always really hard to tell during practice. Like I had heard, I wasn't there, but I had heard that the defense dominated practice the other day. Today was a little bit more of an offensive day. It's different. Everything just looks really different.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, yes, that's one of those things where it's like, yes, I don't want it to look the same. It would would bother me a great deal if it looked the same. Also, let's talk a little bit about the O-line. The O-line.
I got another one real quick because I don't want to forget. They practiced special teams for quite a bit. Chuba was not in the punting wall. He will not be on the punting wall this season.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was one of the saddest things I've seen all year when they're having. I'm like, what are you doing, man? That was
that was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. I want Chuba. I'm more than okay with Chuba on offense. I don't want Chuba on defense. Chuba just isn't very good on defense. I will see what he can do. But the offensive line, to me, I don't really have any concern about the skill position players. Sorry to keep you awake.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't have any problem with the skill. Then don't move Chuba to gunner on punt. Chuba.
Yeah. He was no longer. Also, Claire. Brennan ripped into a receiver and a DB. They screwed up on a drill, and he brought it to the side.
Jeremiah Patterson.
It was Luke Wysong and someone else.
Is Luke Wysong another guy that's winning on and off the field?
Also a receiver that we are not talking about. I'm on fire right now. Javen Watley's good.
All right,
Javen Watley's good.
We'll
Thank
see.
you.
We'll see. Okay. All right. Now we will see. But the offensive line, I have no problem with everything else. The skill position guys, I think, are going to be fine. And like I said, the offensive line is my big concern now.
TLN is also right. The punting, they need to fix that ASAP.
Was it bad?
It was bad.
Do they still have like that? Do they still have like the Spanish artist like Salgado Medina or whatever?
There's your xenophobia again. He's the kicker. Jordan Forbes is the punter. Bad day for Jordan Forbes. He had a punt that we all thought was blocked because it went all over the place in 6 yards, and then we realized it was not blocked. He just had a 6-yard punt that went all over the place.
Oh wow, that's not good. All right, now Dennis Walsh, don't give Joseph any credit. This guy was so wrong on so much this past year, from Trey Townsend to Jeremiah Patterson. That here's the problem, though. Here's the problem with what Joseph does. He puts unrealistic expectations on players.
It's disgusting.
And then when they don't come out, then when they don't play out, then Joseph says, "Well, they weren't good anyway." Well, Joseph, you should have known that at the time, dude. Come on, man.
Disgusting.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's not good. All right. Has there been any Tet McMillan references? That was funny.
No Tet McMillan.
We need to stop that. And I will say this. If you see that is one of those things. If you are on Twitter, no. We love Jeremiah Patterson, but we also put realistic expectations on him, unlike Joseph, who said that he was going to be one and done. But we need to be very clear about something here. If you see anybody in your presence say Tet McMillan, deal with it. Period. Deal with it.
Handle your business.
Handle your business. That's not what he goes by. He does not go by Tet. And you know what? You know what they call somebody that calls him Tet McMillan? Sure, you know what they call him?
What?
A casual.
Cope.
Yeah. That's Ohio. Now.
That sucks.
Dude, Ohio is so dumb. Oh, by the way, there's this apartment on I meant to tell you this. There's this apartment if you go down Euclid. It's on the east side, and it says on there it's between like Speedway and like Speedway and like I don't know, like Grant. Yeah, Speedway and Grant. And it says there on there, it goes it says, "Are your roommates sus? Then move in here." No, seriously, it says sus. I will take a picture and I will real time it later.
Fix it.
Yeah, I will fix it. All right, let's get some reads in here. I want to get to the defense though a little bit. I want to get to the defense here. Got to talk to defense. Yeah. What do we got? Pay the bills. What do we got? Talk to me. Eris Dental, my friends. Eris Dental. Okay, now you look at all these people. Ryan Huffman left probably because he went somewhere else and doesn't have a tongue, and that is the problem. When you go to these places and they remove all of your extremities for no reason. The reason is is a tongue an extremity?
No.
Can it be one though? Because you can stick it out.
No.
I think a tongue is an extremity. Well, either way, they're not going to remove your fingers either. But either way, they only offer necessary treatment. And sure, have you talked about? We talked about Bruce. We talked with Bruce about the championship package, and he didn't really understand it. And we had to explain to Bruce, and he still didn't understand it.
He still didn't understand it.
But the championship package they offer at Aris Dental is the 1997 championship package.
You should send him a picture of the championship package.
Yeah. Do you get why? Do you get why it's only 1997? Sheer.
Glad you asked, Mike. The only time Arizona won the title is in 1997. So you better get it now, because when they win it next year, you're going to pay more.
Did I ever tell you about with the championship team? A buddy of mine that asked me who a really good bench player was on the team. Did I ever tell you that?
No, Mike, you did it.
Yeah. All right. So either way, yeah, we don't need to get into that. Let's let bygones be. We know who that guy is, and he sucks. I'm sure you'll agree with me on that. But either way, that's the championship package. Go to TucsonTeeth.com, TucsonImplants.com, and land the man with the master plan. This guy is the best. Get in there. My parents are going over there. I am going over there. Check it out. Boom. Okay. What else we got? RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now, everybody talks about the parking lot, but there's so much more to RJ's Frozen Cactus than the parking lot. There's a lot more. So again, 100+ craft beers at $2 deals, my friends. And here's the deal: pizza, wings, tacos. We're gonna have some UFC night coming up. I don't know anything about UFC except what my guy in the ground always tells me, and he makes a good living doing this. Are they still fighting in like Abu Dhabi?
Yeah.
Or was that just during like COVID?
No. What do you mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, either way, we're going to be having one of those pre-game at RJ's, then ride share, pre-fight there, and then fight there, and then I guess keep it there. Well, don't fight at RJ's. But either way, 100+ craft beers, $2 deals. You will probably see, meet Lan the GOAT, Lan the man with the master plan. Lan Allen is the best. And they have no bad seats in the house. And from pizza to prime rib, good food. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. All right. Yes. Now let's talk about the defense a little bit, Sheer. You think this is going to be one of the best defenses that Arizona's ever put forth?
The Desert Swarm is back. No, it'll be good. It'll be pretty good. I don't know.
Why do you think that the defense is going to be as good as you think it is?
I think it'll be better than last year. I think that I like the disguise.
So you think that the offense is going to be better than last year and the defense is going to be better than last year? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Claire, we're only at 2 today because Sheer had to go to practice and I didn't want to go.
Yeah, some of us work.
Yeah. Well, some of us also don't sleep in until 10:28 every single day. So, yeah.
Some of us don't take naps, 2-hour naps in the middle of the day either.
Is there any way I can bet on MGK entering the portal again? Portland Timbers? I wonder if that is...
That's a possibility from what I hear.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. When is the AZ12 pod? I have no insight. That just wouldn't surprise me. When is the AZ12 podcast opening of their own brewery? Oh, we got to get AZ12 beer. Can you imagine AZ12 beer?
Why imagine it, Mike? Why not just do it?
Why not just be about it, my friend? Be about it. That bar's pretty low. Oh, Marcus, that was mean. That was mean. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at this. Oh, look at this. Land the man with the master plan. Check this out. Considering operating a mobile dental clinic in Dennis Walsh's plane in the parking lot of RJ's Frozen Cactus, lunch supplied by Baggins. The partners are so good. They are. And TLN, I'm not going to address whatever this term is because it feels like something you're trying to get me in trouble for. I will not do it. Is this something bad, Sheer? Look this up.
Why? It's just yes or no.
Okay, address the term. No, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's something far worse than that. And I will not succumb to any of that.
No. What do you mean?
What does it mean?
I just said.
Yes, no, that's all it means?
Yeah. I have no idea what YN.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I know what it stands. Yeah, I don't. We're not.
That sounds like a rapper. Sounds like a rapper. YN.
I'm a little nervous.
Young YN. Or
I'm a little
something.
nervous. Yeah, Mike, you know what it is, dude. I'm joking. When a rapper's, I'm not saying, forget it. I'll tell you offline.
I don't know what it is.
Yes, you do.
I don't know. I'm
gonna text it right now to Mike live on air.
Hold on. That's good. Let's get live.
You ready, Mike?
Good thing nobody's watching. Yes. Hold on. Ah! I'm not gonna say that. Get out of here. Say that to me? No chance. I am not going to say that. Why would I ever say that? You guys all suck. No, I'm not going to say that. Boo, 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 boo. Not good. Not good. All right. Again, Tommy, stop.
Our last podcast, if you read that out loud.
It's a good thing that we're self-employed and that nobody is that nobody's watching. Yes, everybody hit subscribe. What? Yeah, what? Yes. All right. On that note, though, we will be back with you tomorrow. Sheer, where can they find you doing your stuff? Tommy, you suck.
WildcatAuthority.com and explaining all the hippest terms to Michael Luke. And the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby, if we're up for it tonight, we'll record.
All right, now also, Sheer, I'm going to give you tomorrow off. Okay, going to give you tomorrow off. So
thank you.
Yes, I know. I want you to get better. Yes, yes, Dennis Walsh. I will not say that. No, I'm not going to say any of that. I'm not saying any of that, TLN. Nice try. We're going to have my buddy Matt Rain on again tomorrow. We'll have a whole Gen Z segment, though, where he can guide me through you guys in that little amphibious nature that so many of you live. But on that note, though, for Jason Shear, for the lovely Shelby Shear moderating the chat, everybody in there, we very much appreciate you. Mr. Cello, very, very good person as well. We will be back with how big of a super snap to say. I mean, everybody's got a price, but on that, on that note, yes. On that note, though, I do know what amphibious means. Yes, they're all like water creatures or something. Like they go in.
No, you thought it was when you confused amphibious once with ambidextrous.
No, it didn't.
Yes, you did on the phone with Shelby and me.
No, it never did. Never did.
Yep. You're wrong.
Ambidextrous means both left and right. You can do both. Nope. Amphibious means you're a waterborne animal or something.
No, don't play smart now.
No, I am smart. My mom told me I am smart.
You're pretty. I don't know about smart.
My mom told me I'm smart. All right, everybody, you're the best. We'll be back with you tomorrow. And no TLN, buzz off. This is the AZ12 podcast.